Hey everyone, hola a todos. I'm Brandon Cardet-Hernandez, the founder and CEO of Medley Learning, and I am really excited to share Medley with you today. First things first, we built Medley to do what great teachers would do if they had unlimited time to support their multilingual learners. We've added research-backed, customized scaffolds to the content students are already accessing. How do we do it? Medley is a browser extension that works anywhere students go online. It doesn't create new content. Instead, Medley adds scaffolds. It layers on top of wherever students are working, whether it's a Google Doc, a digital curriculum, a research text, an article, a website, or a PDF. And students get a set of supports tailored to their English proficiency level. So as they move through their language development journey, supports fade, allowing them to build the skills and the independence that they need. We work within 130 languages. That means Medley will look different for every student. Let's dive in. When a student touches the text, their scaffolds pop up. Word level supports, whole text supports, translation support, audio supports, and writing supports. Translation's a fun way to start. At my earliest level, I can translate anything, anytime, and get audio support on top of it. But as I grow, my translation support fades from whole text to paragraph to sentence. But let's look more closely at words. Let's say there's a word I don't know, like wave. If I click on that word, I get a super simple definition. Audio, translation, and images to deepen my understanding. We're reducing the cognitive load and supporting clarity and speed. But as I grow, my support should change. So here I am at a higher proficiency level. I'm getting the same word level support, but now with much more complex definition. And if I need more, I can click and get a little bit more. Words are tricky. And if you've ever learned English, you know that the word wave means something completely different when I'm studying immigration patterns than it does when I'm studying sonar waves. Medley is AI-powered and able to understand the context in which a young person is learning and deliver the right support. But it's not just about word-level support. Our students need whole text support. Let's take a look. First, I can amplify the text. Teachers spend hours on this process of text engineering, but it takes a ton of time, and it's hard to scale to every student. Medley makes text engineering possible at the click of a button. Now I can see a more accessible text with shorter chunks, 3 to 4 sentences for beginners, and more as I advance. Language support for academic vocabulary that starts with translation and fades to English language support. And of course, images and new themed headers. At the earlier stages of English proficiency, I can also see a summarized and shortened text for a pre-read, while never re-leveling or changing the grade level complexity. And a full translation. Supports fade as my level grows. All of Medley supports are accessible to me anywhere. If I need help in a PDF, even if it's messy, I can amplify that text, making it easier to read. Medley also supports writing too. I just highlight the question to get support. A student earlier in their language development journey gets more support, sentence frames and word banks. The student then uses that to respond. And as I advance, the support will fade. I get sentence stems instead of the full frame. The support changes as students grow. Medley is built for students to make sure that they have supports anywhere they go. But we also support educators in understanding what their students are doing. Educators are able to see what scaffolds a student is using, where they're using them, and how they're using them. They can also step in and change an individual student support if that student needs a different scaffold because of an IEP or a shift in their language needs. You can adjust. Teachers also get access to the Medley tool, so they can amplify text themselves and even use it for printed assignments. At Medley, we take the work of supporting multilingual learners seriously. And if you'd like to talk about how Medley can support your students, please set up time to speak with us. We'd love to learn more about your community. Thanks for watching.